Ready for a deep dive. We're doing something a little different this time. Gonna be looking at some poetry.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and it's, well, get ready for some intense stuff. It's not sunshine and rainbows.
Poetry can be surprisingly powerful. Gets right to the heart of things. Especially when it comes to, like, the really difficult emotions.
Exactly. We're diving into Fountain of Love. It's by Namita Bhaladhare.
Oh, I know Hair. Her work is something else.
Yeah, have you read this collection?
I have, yeah.
Yeah.
Buckle up. This isn't your typical love poetry. It's like raw. Like you're right there in the middle of heartbreak.
So we've got poetry as our source material today, which is different, and we've got this Fountain of Love collection, and it's about heartbreak.
It is, but it's more than that. It's about how love can be this incredibly powerful, all-consuming thing, even when it's painful.
Mm.
And the way Hair writes, it's like she's just letting all those raw emotions spill out onto the page. No holding back.
That's kind of what I was getting at, yeah.
Yeah.
How does that work, though? I mean, the writing itself, how does she make it feel so real, so immediate?
Well, she does some really interesting things with structure, with formatting. There's no capitalization, no punctuation, not even traditional stanzas. It's like fragmented, like thoughts scattered on a page.
And that's intentional, like to make us feel the fragmented nature of heartbreak.
Exactly. It makes you slow down, pay attention to each word. You can't just skim through it. Like take the poem Crushalllofyu, the spacing between the words. It makes you stop and feel every single one.
Whoa, yeah, I see what you mean. It's like each word has this weight to it.
Right. And she doesn't shy away from the intensity of it all. She uses these really vivid images to convey the power of love, even when it's painful.
So we're talking about the unconventional style here. No capitals, no punctuation, really interesting. But she also uses vivid imagery.
What do you mean? Like what kind of imagery?
Well, she compares love to morning dew, for example. Beautiful, delicate, but also fleeting. It's a reminder that even something so captivating can disappear quickly.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I can see how that would make an impact. Makes you think about the fragility of it all.
Exactly. And she also uses the image of a crumbled bedsheet, which I don't know about you, but
Yeah, no, I get it. It speaks to intimacy, to closeness, and then it's gone. Like a physical representation of what's lost. Right. She's got this way of taking these everyday objects, these everyday experiences, and making you feel the weight of them. It's heartbreaking, but also incredibly relatable.
absolutely. Everyone's experienced that feeling looking at something that used to mean something. And now,
Now it's just a reminder.
it's heavy stuff, though. Those
Yeah.
images, the dew, the bedsheet, it's like she's really digging into the pain of it all.
Oh, absolutely. She doesn't shy away from it at all. In fact, there's this whole other layer to her work, this theme of denial and bargaining that run through a lot of the poems.
Like she's clinging to any hope she can find, even when it's probably gone.
Exactly. It's like that feeling of, I'll do anything to make this work, even though deep down,
You know it's over.
yeah. And she captures that so perfectly. Like, there's this one line, I am still painting you with the color of dark demons, the one that I met years back. It just gets right to the heart of how consuming heartbreak can be.
Wow. It's like even though the relationship is over, the memory, even the painful parts, they still have this hold on her.
Totally. It's like being haunted by the past. You can try to move on, but
But those dark demons, they're still there.
yeah. But here's the thing about Polidor's work. As much as she leans into the pain, the rawness of it all, there's also this sense of resilience. Like she recognizes that this pain, it won't break her.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so how does she get that across? The resilience.
Well, she uses some really powerful imagery for that, too. She talks about learning to breathe again, for example.
Yeah.
And there's this line where she talks about the lie of a flat world. Like, there's more to life than just this one experience.
Right. Right. Even when it feels like your world has been turned upside down.
Exactly. It's like she's reminding us that even in the depths of heartbreak, there's still that part of you that knows you'll be okay.
It's just hard to see sometimes, you know? When you're in it, it feels like it'll never end.
It absolutely does.
Mm.
And that's what makes her poetry so powerful. She's not giving us easy answers. She's not sugarcoating the healing process. She's just being real about it, about how messy and painful it can be.
And how ultimately it makes us stronger.
Exactly.
You know, it's funny. We think of poetry, we think delicate, right? But Faladher's work, it's not delicate at all. It's raw, it's powerful.
Yeah, she's definitely challenging those preconceived notions of what poetry is supposed to be. I mean, she's so vulnerable, so open with her emotions. It's refreshing.
And she doesn't shy away from the messiness of it all. Like healing from heartbreak, it's not a straight line. It's up and down, it's 2 steps forward, 1 step back.
Absolutely. She reminds us that healing takes time, and it's not always pretty. It's about acknowledging the pain, letting yourself feel it, not trying to rush through it.
And sometimes, honestly, it just hurts. Like, really hurts, and that's okay.
Exactly. You don't have to pretend it's all okay.
Yeah.
Haladhane, she even talks about love as a disease with no cure, which, I don't know, is a really interesting way to think about it.
What do you think she means by that? Is she saying love is bad? Like, we shouldn't even try?
No, not necessarily. I think it's more about acknowledging the risk. Like when you love someone, truly love them, you're opening yourself up to incredible joy, but also to the potential for real pain. And that vulnerability, that's part of what makes love so powerful.
It's like you can't have the highs without the lows.
Exactly. And it's in those low moments, those moments of heartbreak, that we discover her own strength. We learn how to pick ourselves up and keep going.
So are we doing ourselves a disservice if we try to avoid those feelings? Like, if we try to numb the pain or rush through it?
I think so. If we don't allow ourselves to grieve, to really feel the loss, we're missing out on an opportunity to learn and grow. Those moments of vulnerability, they're what shape us.
It's like we need those experiences, even the painful ones, to become who we're meant to be.
Right. And that's something Bhaladhare's poetry really drives home.
Yeah.
It's an invitation to embrace the full spectrum of human emotion, the good, the bad, and everything in between.
To find the beauty even in the brokenness. So as we wrap up this deep dive into Fountain of Love, what's one thing you hope our listeners take away?
Don't be afraid to feel. Don't be afraid of the messy stuff, the difficult emotions. That's where the real growth happens.
Absolutely. Embrace the vulnerability. And if you're ready to explore those depths, Fountain of Love is definitely worth checking out. It's a powerful collection.
It really is.